Well, the media's been working overtime to rebrand Kamala Harris as a moderate. We know that she's anything but that. As senator, she co sponsored the most aggressive pro abortion piece of federal legislation that was ever introduced. And many pro life groups denounced the Biden Harris ticket as the most pro abortion ticket in history. Well, our next guest is here to discuss why this matters to Catholics. He's the president of the Center for Family and Human Rights and the author of a brand new book, The Catholic Case for Trump, where he talks about how the Catholic vote can decide an election and why Trump is the most pro-Catholic president in history. Joining us now is Austin Ruse. Austin, welcome to the show. Congrats on the book.
Thanks very much. Thanks for having me.
All right, so you make the case here, but let me ask you, what do you think Catholics are going to make of someone like Kamala Harris, who I know the media wants to call her a moderate, but is definitely A, the most liberal senator, but B, has been a champion of the abortion movement?
Well, an even bigger problem than Kamala Harris is Joe Biden himself. Catholics were rightly very hesitant to vote for a pro-abortion Catholic dissident in 2004 when John Kerry ran. And here this is a replay of the same type of thing, Joe Biden being a dissenting Catholic. On top of that, put on somebody like Kamala Harris, who believes that there should be a religious test for federal judgeships, and her record on abortion. So it's the decision is very stark between a man who has a solid pro-life record in his first years in office and these two who are anti-Catholic and dissenting of the faith that they say that they adhere to.
You know, something that's interesting, Austin, though, when I think about Joe Biden, behind JFK, he would be only the second Catholic president, if he wins, that we've ever had. I mean, this is a big deal. Do you think that that will motivate Catholics to vote for him on those grounds?
No, I think that, like I said, just like happened in 2004, there are two types of Catholics. There are faithful Catholics who actually try to practice their faith, and then there are what I call generic Catholics who, may tell a pollster that they're Catholic, but they haven't been to Mass in 25 years. George Bush won both the faithful Catholic vote and the generic Catholic vote in 2004, and I think that Trump can do the same thing. I think the problem for Biden is that he is a dissenting Catholic. He does not accept the teachings of the Church on fundamental issues like abortion and also marriage. So I think that will work against him very severely with regard to both the faithful Catholic vote and the generic Catholic vote. I think Trump's going to win them both.
Yeah, growing up, we called those generic folks the cafeteria Catholics, that ones that
That's right.
showed up on Christmas,
That's
maybe
right.
Easter. And so let me ask you this: do you think that I know that I've been attending Mass virtually the last couple of months because it's not been safe, depending where we are, and you got these slow reopenings. Do you think that because of COVID and a lot of people attending Mass, quote unquote, virtually, that's going to have an effect on the word getting out, where sometimes you've got a pastor or priest making sure that people understand their role and responsibilities as a Catholic when election season rolls around? Do you think that by not being able to be there in person, that may have some effect at all?
I really don't. And the reason is because the Catholic priests are very hesitant to talk about political issues. I wish that they would. I wish that they would do it more. I think most Catholics can count on one hand the number of times they've heard a sermon that mentions abortion or marriage or homosexuality or pornography. So I don't think that it will make a difference. I think that most Catholics get their guidance from their own consciences, from the news, and just knowing what the issues are. So I don't think that will have an effect.
Do you think, but Biden was denied communion at a Catholic church in South Carolina. I know the media never lets people know that. And I think if you're just a regular old voter out there hearing things, you hear Joe Biden Catholic, no one's bringing up this. Does the church need to do more to bring up his voting record?
Well, it's tough because the church, the hierarchical church, is very hesitant to get involved in electoral politics. They're a little bit afraid of that. So what is absolutely necessary to happen is folks like you and me and other faithful Catholics talking about the record of Joe Biden. And so I think that the news will get out. I'm not sure that the news got out about John Kerry through the normal means of mass communications back when he ran, but somehow Catholics found out. and they did not vote for him in droves. So I'm still hopeful, even if we don't hear sermons about Joe Biden, I think that the Catholics will understand that they can't vote for him because he's such a dissenter on fundamental issues.
Well, Austin, congrats on the book. Well done. Hope to see you back soon.
Thanks very much.
All right, we've talked a lot about a lot of stuff today. We're going to give you our take next. Stay tuned.